Once you come out to the intersection, it's easy to see how drivers can get confused. The Fenway is one way until it meets Westland Avenue here at this light. Then it becomes a two-way road. But the problem is there's no signs to let drivers know that. People who saw the aftermath say the tree was so dead and rotted, it simply wasn't as heavy as a healthier tree, thus not as destructive. When the tree came down, it fell this way, smashed right through this white picket fence and landed on one unlucky driver. Hours after police came and finished their investigation, Francisco says he started digging through his comforter. He was actually able to locate the bullet. Yeah, we sure did, Mark. The driver was headed this way and was supposed to stop at this stop sign here in this intersection. He clearly didn't. He went right through the intersection, launched up onto the patio on the porch here, and then plowed right into this home. It's hard to say if the problem is worse, but it certainly isn't much better here at the Barrett Russell School in Brockton. Back in 2016, we first exposed the issue of opioid users leaving dirty needles in the park right next to the school. So 2 years later, we came back here to see if anything has changed. We found this used syringe with its needle exposed in the middle of what appears to be a camp, and this camp is full of needle caps, beer bottles, condoms, and Narcan nasal spray. In fact, there are several other camps set up around the perimeter of this park. And they're not just hidden away in the bushes either. We found this dirty needle laying right out in the open, just feet from this soccer field and within sight of the school.
It's repulsive.
Sally Thompson couldn't wait for us to smell her water.
Taste it. You want to taste it?
It does taste like, it smells
Do you dare taste it?
It smells like a wet dog.
Mm-hmm.
I said wet dog. Others have described it as swampy or reeking of eggs. It was worse when Sally turned on her shower. Oh, yeah. We took Phoenix's case right to the Worcester Public School Administration Building and tried to get answers here from the superintendent.
It is typical that we're still working out the kinks.
Superintendent Maureen Benenda says she's handled around 20 cases of kids not getting picked up for school this month. In a district of 25,000 students, she said it takes time to finalize bus routes for new kids and new addresses. It's still hard for me to understand, though, when you're talking about almost 2 weeks from the first day of school, how this is still happening.
It's a surprise to me, too, but it takes a couple weeks to get everything set.
After our interview, we asked Benenda to find out about Phoenix's case.
Nelson's the school, right?
Nelson Place School, yeah.
She told us the problem would be fixed, but Shalicia isn't holding her breath.
Yeah, but I doubt that it will be. She'll probably still be home.
So you looked out the window and you saw...
I could see the bag flapping, and I went, what the hell is all that?
Eileen Murphy had a reason to be concerned. Thursday morning, she assumed somebody had smashed her window and then covered it up.
Maybe a rock or a plow or whatever had hit the car. And then I peel it back. Betsy says, you idiot, you left your window down.
That's right. They didn't damage her car. They tried to protect it. A stranger went out of his or her way to make sure the inside wasn't soaked in the storm.
And I went, what an operation that took. I mean, I've never even seen this kind of tape. I don't even know what this is.
Whoever did this took the time to do it right. This looks like a black trash bag, but it's actually pretty thick material. And they used painter's wall tape. So when you peel it off the car, it doesn't leave any residue.
It's nice people do care.
Emily Zalewski is Eileen's neighbor. In January, somebody got upset and keyed her car over a parking space. So seeing this has helped restore her faith in humanity.
It's a very sweet story. I love that neighbors are helping each other out.
Eileen turned to Facebook to thank the anonymous stranger. Her post in a Southie community Facebook page garnered dozens of comments and more than 100 likes. Were you surprised when you posted those pictures on Facebook? Were you surprised the reaction it got?
I was surprised at the how far it went and how much faith it really helped restore in some people. Everybody was really thrilled.
In South Boston, Jason Law, Boston 25 News. Even for Boston, this intersection where the Fenway meets Westland Ave is tricky if you're not paying close attention.
I can imagine at night it would probably be more confusing.
I seen a car turn into that street right there one time and almost got into an accident with another car coming this way.
Jack Perry almost witnessed a bad accident last week. He was traveling north on the Fenway when at least 4 other drivers got confused and drove on the wrong side of the street, right into oncoming traffic.
So it wasn't super clear that, there's going to be traffic coming the other way.
The confusion was recorded on his dash cam. Perry says he's seen drivers make this mistake before. He's almost done it himself.
The lines are faded. It was raining, so the ground was slick. So, you know, those headlights coming off the road, you couldn't see anything.
Once you come out to the intersection, it's easy to see how drivers can get confused. The Fenway is one way until it meets Westland Avenue here at this light. Then it becomes a two-way road. But the problem is there's no signs to let drivers know that. And once you're on the two-way side, the double yellow lines are really faded and in some places just non-existent.
We checked with state police, and there have been at least 13 crashes here in the last 2 years, with 2 reported injuries. The intersection is maintained by the state's Department of Conservation and Recreation. The spokesperson said the agency will dispatch roadway engineers to review the signage along the 2 roads to ensure proper driver visibility. Perry thinks there's some obvious things that need to be fixed now.
Newly painted lines, maybe some reflectors in the double yellows, maybe some signage would help.
He also suggests everybody just slow down and keep their eyes on the road. Jason Law, Boston 25 News.